So I'm sitting here on site over the weekend. We've been doing some tree work, and I'm sitting on what was about 10 large trees surrounding the property. Don't worry, the protected tree is still in place just here, and has what's called a tree protection zone around it. Today's update is going to be a little bit of a mix of randomness. I've literally only got a couple of hours to chuck it together. Katie's been away having a girls' weekend. If you haven't already, go ahead and click subscribe. Let's rip into this. I probably shouldn't be climbing trees with my boot on. So this is where one of the trees was. It was a large conifer and it was blocking out a lot of the morning sun. The engineer commented that because they're growing on a bank and they're now growing up above the tree canopy, it's quite likely that if they caught the wrong wind, they'd tip over onto the house and pull some of the bank out with them. So we wanted to get onto that early. As mentioned, we're wanting to save as much of these beautiful native ferns. There's quite a lot of different varieties of trees around as well. See if you can see up here. We are wanting to save as much of this as possible. And this is our protected totara. The netting around the outside is what's called a tree protection zone. So that's all about looking after the roots, and we can't work in there or even store materials. It's the tree there. And this gum tree here got some attention as well. It had quite a few dead branches on it. So we had to get the council involved. The council horticulturalist and the arborist worked together to identify exactly what branches were allowed to come out. I also had to get some heights ready for the digger. Let's cut through to that. Hey, so what I've been setting up here is called a story rod. Every site has what's called a datum, and a datum is a height that we all agree is the height, and that's what we base everything off. And so the datum is a boundary pin in the corner over there. So I've set up a story rod in the tree there and a story rod there. Basically, you know, on a flat site, it doesn't really matter. The datum, you just go to the datum every time. but when you're working with slopes and wide sites, it's good to set up a board and mark your heights, and obviously double triple check it to make sure that where everything is supposed to be it matches. Also means like you're not walking backwards and forwards, and so like if I now want to get the floor level in this area, and the floor level is important because like right now we're about to do a cut for the deck and the landscaping, and so you don't want to do that twice, you know, like the digger won't even get down here once the house is built. So we want to, you kind of need to think ahead and think about like, well, you know, the floor's going to be here and the deck's going to be here and the box garden's going to be here. So what it means is now I can get this and set it so now I have the floor level. There's a laser over there, and now I can go around and shoot some heights. That's it, guys. In closing, I am so glad that I got a professional arborist in. Watching him work yesterday, honestly, it would have taken me, the amount of work that he did and got done in a couple of hours was amazing. And even just turning up with that massive mulcher, you know, we were chucking branches in there like this big and it was just chewing them like it was nothing. I can just imagine how many loads, how many trailer loads that would have been to the tip. And now there's a beautiful pile of mulch back there, and we're going to be able to spread it around the gardens and use it. So best decision ever, get a professional arborist in. I mean, you don't want to really muck around with that stuff yourself. If you haven't already, check out this video here about how to set up a construction time-lapse. And if you go right back to the start, the section that nobody wanted. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next week.